We're going to start from a lying down position today. So whenever you're comfortable, make your way there. And then if you're using the playlist, I'll let you know when to start it, but keep that nearby so you can start that in just a couple minutes here. Cool. And as you start to settle in, start to take some deep breaths. Take a minute here in your own time, in your own space to arrive on your mat. Saturday morning, you're here, you made it. And start to find a place where you feel comfortable, maybe scooting the shoulder blades underneath you, letting the legs splay out long. And then before you get too comfortable, go ahead and start that playlist from the first song. And we'll take a couple minutes here to feel the weight of the ground underneath us. Feel the floor supporting you. And then yourself settling into the ground. Closing down the eyes and relaxing the tension in the jaw. And then taking some deep breaths, beginning to focus the attention on the breath. And then visualize yourself in your mind and start to think about all the good and the bad things that happened to you this week. And if you can, start to visualize grabbing all those feelings, all the good and the bad, and starting to hold them in your hands. And then as you hold them, they get smaller and they get denser, and you're holding a ball of your emotions from the past week, the past day. And you've kind of smashed it all down into this small space. And then visualize yourself setting that ball of feelings, emotions off to the side and saying, I see you, I hear you, I acknowledge you. But for this next hour, I'm going to leave you right here. In yoga, we talk about this acceptance and detachment from our emotional state. And this allows us to quiet our inner monologues and in turn find some peace with where and how we are. But this process of quieting this inner monologue is not simple. So along the way, we try and help ourselves by providing ourselves with this unconditional love, this acceptance of where we are, this ability to be okay with here, now, and you. And by cultivating attitudes of friendliness towards the happy, compassion for the unhappy, and disregard towards the wicked, the mind stuff, this inner monologue, retains its undisturbed calm. Take a deep breath in, inhaling the air all the way in, pausing at the top, and letting the air all the way out. And then on your next inhale, hugging both knees in towards the chest, giving yourself a big squeeze. Maybe bringing forehead up towards the knees and rocking a little bit side to side. And then exhaling, extending the legs down long on the mat. Inhale, bend the right knee, bring it in towards your chest, interlace fingers on back of thigh or top of shin. Flex the right toes towards your face and squeeze the leg into the chest. And then as you inhale, straighten the right heel towards the sky, interlace fingers behind back of quad. And inhale to pull the leg gently towards you. And as you pull in, as you exhale, start to push the leg back into the hands. Feeling the back of the hamstring fire up. Inhaling to pull the leg in a little deeper and exhaling to push leg back into the hand. And your next exhale, bring the right leg down to the mat, release the breath. Inhale completely. And then exhale all the air out. Inhale, bend left knee, squeeze knee into chest, flex left toes. On your next inhale, straighten left heel towards the sky, interlace fingers behind the quad. And then continuing to flex the toes as you inhale, pull the leg in towards your chest. And exhale, push the hamstring into the hand. Starting to fire up the back of the left leg, inhaling to pull and exhaling to push. Exhale, left leg comes back down to the mat. Bend both knees, knees point towards the sky. Maybe both hands come to rest on your belly for just a minute. And then inhale, bend both knees, bring heels up towards the ceiling. And reach the hands, palms face each other in between the feet. And on an exhale, lift yourself up, reaching between the hands. And then inhale down to the mat. Exhale, crunch towards the feet. Inhale, roll down. Exhale, crunch, connecting this movement to your breath. Exhaling to crunch towards your feet, inhaling to lower. And then the next inhale brings you back down to the mat. Hands come out to a T. And feet come down so that hips and knees are both at 90 degrees. And as you exhale, lower knees over to the right, engaging the abdomen here, not letting the knees come down to the ground. Stay for the inhale. Exhale brings your knees back to center. Inhale, drop knees over to the left. Exhale brings knees back to center, starting to work into the obliques, the side body, continuing to move here at your pace. Do one more on each side. And then we'll meet back with soles of the feet on the ground. Hug knees in towards chest. Give yourself another squeeze. And then start to rock and roll the length of your spine. And when you've reached the top of your sit bones, cross knees, roll over ankles, and find yourself in a tabletop position. Untucking toes, tops of the feet anchor firmly into the mat. Hips stack above knees, shoulders above wrists. And spread the fingers wide here, and then push them down into the ground. Finding some awareness in the parts of your body that touch the ground. Trying to evenly distribute the weight between the palms, the knees, the feet. And find this neutral spine here, this base of our pose, reaching crown of the head forward. Inhale, brighten the chest forward, gaze shifts upward. Exhale, curl the spine in, cow. Inhale, bringing chest through hands, cat pose. Exhaling to cow. Initiating this movement from the base of your tailbone, rippling the spine through. In your next inhale, find a neutral spine. Reach right arm forward. Stay here for a breath. Exhale the hand down to the mat. Recenter the weight. Inhale, reach left arm forward. And exhale, hand comes down to the mat. Recenter the weight. This time, inhaling, right arm forward, left leg back. Engage the core here. Use the glute to bring the heel a little higher. Maintaining the neutral spine. Reach fingertips forward, heel away from you. And then exhale, crunch it in, elbow to knee. Inhale, reach forward. Exhale, crunch. Engaging the core here, maintaining the stability through the left hand, right knee. Inhale to reach. And exhale, crunch. Inhale, reach one more time. Exhale, bring right hand, left knee back to the mat. Inhale to cat pose. And exhale to cow. Inhale, reach left arm forward, right leg back. Engage the core, reach right heel away from you. Exhale, crunch, left elbow, right knee. Inhale to reach. Exhale to crunch. Keep moving here, maintaining the neutral spine as you inhale. Inhale to lengthen, and exhale, hand and knee come back down to the mat. Take an inhale to cat pose, and exhale, round the spine, cow. Coming back to neutral, and then shifting hips back, maybe moving knees farther apart, letting belly drop between the knees, child's pose. Rolling forehead out on the mat, releasing tension in the jaw, the eyes, the forehead. And then inhale, coming back to tabletop, re-stacking hips above knees. Inhale, reach right arm forward, left leg back. And exhale, crunch it in again. Inhale to reach, and this time sweep right arm to the side, left leg to the side. Hold it here. Inhale, re-center, reach right fingertips forward, left heel back. Inhale, swivel to the side. Reaching back straight. Exhale, swivel to the side one more time. And as you inhale, lower left foot to the ground. Bring hands down in front of you. And walking fingertips back towards your knee and then up to come into this half kneeling pose. Hands come to hip. Inhale, right arm reaches towards the sky. And exhale, start to bend over to the left. Maybe letting left hand walk its way down left leg. Spinning the chest up and open towards the sky, gate pose. And then inhale, walk fingertips back up towards leg. Let go of right hand. And moving the right hand down to the mat, we'll come into a modified side plank here. Keeping right knee on the ground, left leg extends, left fingertips reach towards the sky. And then maybe left leg starts to lift. Holding here for 3, 2, 1. Bringing left heel back to the ground if it left. Using the core to bring yourself back up to kneeling. And then exhaling, folding forward, planting hands back on the ground, moving left knee back under you, tabletop. Inhale to cat. Exhale to cow. Inhale, reach the left fingertips out, right heel back. Exhale, crunch it in. Inhale to reach. And then exhale, bring right heel to the right side, left arm to the left. Inhale, recenter. Exhale, swivel. One more time. Inhale to reach right heel back, left fingertips forward. Exhale to swivel to the side. And then releasing right heel to the ground. And walking the fingertips back towards you, up the leg, hands come to hip. Inhale, reach left fingertips towards the sky. And exhale, start to tip over to the right. Peeling the chest up and open towards the sky. And you should feel this in the side of your left side. Inhale to come back to center. And exhale, bringing left hand down to the mat. Right fingertips reach towards the sky. Modified side plank. And then maybe inhaling to move the right heel off the ground. Feeling the engagement through the outer hips, the core. For 3, 2, 1, bringing right heel back to the mat if it left, using the core to lift you back up. And then exhaling, folding forward, planting hands, bending knee, coming back to a tabletop pose. Inhale, cat. And exhale, cow. Inhale to a neutral spine. And then exhale, child's pose, reaching fingertips out in front of you. Maybe tenting the fingers to have the palms leave the ground. Engaging through the fingertips. And then replanting palms, tucking toes, and pushing hips back. Coming into a downward facing dog. And take a minute here to move the way your body feels you should. Bending knees or shifting hips side to side. Maybe rolling onto the balls of the feet to massage the toes. And then inhaling, shifting forward into plank. And exhaling, pushing the hips back, downward facing dog. Keeping the bend in the knees to prioritize the elongation of the spine. And then bend knees a lot. Inhale, look between the hands. Bottom of the exhale, step forward. Feet meet the hands. Inhale, come up halfway. Crown of the head reaches forward. Hands find the shins. Exhale, refold. Relaxing head, neck, shoulders. And shaking the head yes. Shaking the head no. And then yes again. Inhale, bend knees, sweep arms up and overhead. And exhale, hands to heart center, Samasthiti. Release hands down by your sides. Move feet hips width distance apart. And palms face forward. Stack hips above heels, shoulders above hips. Engage the core. Broaden the collarbone. Gaze is forward, crown of the head reaches towards the sky as if a string is pulling you up. Maybe close the eyes for a breath, feeling yourself center above your feet. And then bending knees. Inhale, sweep the arms up and overhead. Exhale, spill forward. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, fold, planting hands, stepping back, high plank. And then moving through your vinyasa, dropping to knees if need be, or keeping knees lifted, shifting forward of the wrists, keeping elbows tucked in and lowering down, not quite to 90 degrees, before flipping toes, pulling chest forward, upward facing dog. And then exhaling, re-tucking toes, pushing hips up and back, downward facing dog. Take a minute here to inhale the air all the way in. Exhale, open mouth. Inhale, sweep left leg towards the sky. Exhale, crunch it in, knee to nose. Inhale, left heel reaches towards the sky. Exhale, left foot steps between the hands. And then right hand comes to inner side of left foot. And inhale to sweep left arm towards the sky, twisted lunge. Pull left hip back, right hip forward, engage the right quad. Reach right heel away from you. Breathe here, maybe coming to fingertips if this hurts your wrist. Strengthening the muscles in the hand. And then exhale, hand down to the mat. Take a minute to find your balance, and then inhale, sweep arms up towards the sky, high crescent. Palms face each other, fingertips energetically reach towards the ceiling. Engage through the right quad, push right heel towards the mat. And then exhale, hands come through heart center, then down to the mat. Step the foot back. Exhale, push hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Inhale, reach right leg towards the sky. Exhale, knee to nose, crunch it in. Inhale, reach the right leg. Exhale, crunch it in as slowly as you can before stepping right foot in between the hands. Left hand moves to the inner side of right foot. Inhale to reach the right fingertips towards the sky, twisted lunge. And then exhale, hand down to the mat, find your balance. Inhale, reach the arms towards the sky. Stay here, breathe. Engage left quad, root down through the heel of the right foot. Take one more breath here, inhaling to reach the fingertips. And exhaling, hands down to the mat. Inhale, step the foot back, downward facing dog. Bend the knees, inhale, look between the hands. Exhale, step or float forward, top of the mat. Inhale, come up halfway. And exhale, fold forward, reaching behind heels, keeping knees as bent as you need to. Bend knees, inhale, sweep arms up and overhead. And exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, sweep the arms overhead. Exhale, hands come out to the side, spill forward. Inhale, come up halfway. And exhale to fold, planting hands, stepping back, high plank. And then moving through your vinyasa or straight to downward facing dog. Inhaling to a back bend. And then exhaling, downward facing dog. Inhale, sweep the left leg towards the sky. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, sweep. Exhale, step left foot behind left hand. And then inhale, reaching the arms towards the sky, right heel pivots towards the ground, and hips level towards the front of the mat. Reach here. Exhale, hands come back down to the mat. Left foot comes between the hands this time, keeping the right heel rotated towards the ground. And then inhaling, cartwheeling the hands up, warrior two. Rooting the weight down through the outer side of the right foot and the heel of the left, reaching the fingertips away. Breathe. Gaze over the third finger of the left hand. And then inhale, reach forward as far as you can before tipping into side angle. Reaching right fingertips up and then overhead. Little to no weight in the left elbow here. Inhale, reach right fingertips towards the sky, and left hand comes outside of left foot. As you inhale, step left foot back, side plank. Root the weight down through the left hand, outer edge of the left foot, maybe bringing right foot down in front to balance the weight. And then exhale, rotating down, both hands find the mat. Inhale, crown of the head reaches forward. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale the air in completely. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, right leg reaches towards the sky. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, right leg reaches. Exhale, right foot comes behind right hand, maybe out to the right hand side a little. Left heel shifts towards the ground, and we inhale to warrior one. Hips face the front of the mat. Palms reach towards the sky. And then exhale, hands come down to the mat. Right foot scooches between the hands. Heel to heel or heel to arch alignment of the feet. And inhale to cartwheel the hands up and open, warrior two. Rolling the right glute under, but engaging the back left leg. Reaching fingertips away. Inhale, reach forward as far as you can before tipping into side angle. Left fingertips reach up and overhead. Chest rolls open towards the sky. Left fingertips reach back up. And inhale, right hand comes inside of right foot. Stepping back, finding side plank on the right side. Engage through the hand. Reach left fingertips up. See if you can lift the hips just a little higher. And then exhaling, rolling back, high plank. Inhale, crown of the head reaches forward. Exhale, pushing the hips back. Downward facing dog. Inhale, look between the hands, bend the knees. Bottom of the exhale, step or float forward. Top of the mat. Inhale, come up halfway. And exhale to fold. Shifting more weight into the balls of the feet. And letting go of the tension in the neck. Bend knees, inhale, sweep arms up and overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center. Moving feet, hips width distance apart. Inhale, sweep the arms overhead, Utthita Hastasana, palms face each other. Keeping the ribs slowly towards the hip bones. Engaging the core, directing tailbone towards the ground. Stay here, breathe. Preventing any arching of the back by engaging the core here. And then as you exhale, sitting the hips back, finding a chair pose. Tailbone directs towards the ground. Weight comes into the heels. Stay for the inhale. Exhale, hands come to heart center, fold forward. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale to fold, planting hands, stepping back, moving through your vinyasa. Keeping the elbows tucked into the side. Inhaling to a back bend, little to no weight in the hands if you're in low cobra. And then exhaling, planting toes, pushing hips back. Downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg reaches towards the sky. Exhale, right leg comes behind, right hand scooching foot out to the right. Left heel pivots towards the ground. Inhale, reach arms towards the sky, warrior one. And then exhale, hands to heart center. Stay here. Maybe slight back bend here. And then inhale, coming back to center, tipping back onto the left ball of the foot. And either scooching the left toes in slightly or shifting more weight into the right foot and launching off, coming into warrior three. Hands stay at heart center, hips level towards the ground. And using the glutes to pull the left heel up away from the mat. Creating a line of energy out the crown of your head and out the heel of the left foot. Breathe. And then exhale, hands come down to the mat, footsteps forward. Forward fold. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, fold, planting hands, stepping feet back. Inhale, crown of the head reaches forward. Exhale, shift hips back. Downward facing dog. Inhale, reach the left leg towards the sky. Exhale, left foot comes behind left hand, right heel pivots towards the ground. And inhaling to sweep the arms towards the sky. Breathing here. Engaging through outer edge of right foot, keeping hips level towards the short edge of the mat. Breathe, maybe bending deeper into the left leg. Exhale, hands come through heart center. And then tipping up onto the ball of the right foot and shifting more weight into the left until the right leg starts to leave the ground. Coming into warrior 3 on the left side, keeping a micro bend in the left knee and leveling the hips towards the ground, engaging right glute to drag the heel towards the ceiling. Breathe. And then exhaling, hands to the ground, footsteps up, forward fold. Inhale, come up halfway. And exhale to fold. Bend knees, inhale, sweep arms up and overhead. And exhale, hands to heart center, Samasthiti. Bend knees, inhale, sweep arms up and overhead, Utthita Hastasana. And exhale, sit the hips back, chair pose. Stay for the inhale. Exhale, spill forward, hands come to the mat. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, fold, stepping back, high plank. Inhale, crown of the head reaches forward. Exhale, lower to forearms, come down. Stay, engage the core, neutral spine. Reach heels away from you. Inhale, step the hands back up, moving as little of the lower body as possible. Stay for the inhale. Exhale, push hips back, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg reaches towards the sky. Exhale, left foot steps between the hands. Pivoting right heel towards the mat, heel to heel or heel to arch alignment. And then inhaling to cartwheel arms up and open, warrior 2. Breathe. Engaging through the outer side of the right foot, keeping left knee tracking over second and third toes. And then shifting forward as far as you can. And instead of tipping into side angle, bringing right arm up and over, reaching out away from you. But pivoting the chest towards the sky, engage the core. Exhale, come back to warrior 2. Inhale, straighten left knee, pivot left toes towards the side of your mat. And then hands come to hips. Bend knees slightly. Inhale, reach chest forward. And exhale to fold forward. Relax head, neck. Maybe shake the head, yes. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, fold a little deeper. Placing hands back on hips, engaging the core, squeezing the glutes to bring yourself back up to stand. And then bending right knee, turning right toes towards the back of the mat. And it's okay if you can't see me for just a minute. Just listen to my cues. Inhale, reach arms away from you, warrior two. And can you find some space to love your body unconditionally? To accept where you are right now. Inhale, reach forward as far as you can, and then reach left arm up and over. Engage the core. Exhale, come back to warrior two, reaching fingertips away from you. Inhale, straighten right leg, turn right toes back towards the side of your mat. And then reaching arms behind you, interlacing fingertips behind the back this time. Bending knees slightly, inhaling the chest forward. And exhaling, tipping forward. And maybe fingertips drag up and overhead. If the bind is too much, you can always let go of that and bring the hands down towards the mat. Release the bind, hands find hips. Inhale, come up. And then step feet together, coming towards the top of your mat and turning back towards the front. Inhale, sweep arms overhead, and exhale, fold forward. Inhale, come up halfway, and exhale to fold, stepping back, and then pushing hips back, downward facing dog. Shifting forward, moving through your vinyasa. And then inhale, bend the knees, look between the hands, step or float forward. Bend knees, inhale, sweep arms up and overhead, and exhale, hands to heart center. From here, we'll move into dancer's pose. So bringing hands to the hips, centering weight over the feet, and then starting to shift more weight into the right foot. And bending the left knee, left hand comes out to the side, and left palm reaches for top of left foot. Bring the knees back together here, level the pelvis. And then inhale, reach right fingertips towards the sky. And stay here for a minute, find your balance. And then start to tip forward and reach as far as you can. And then start to kick through the left leg. But keep the knee directed towards the ground. Reach right fingertips away from you. Knees should stay in line. And as you kick, reach even farther, breathe. And then inhale to come back up to center. Exhale, feet come down to the mat, shake it out. Bringing hands back to the hip, shifting more weight into the left foot this time. Bending right knee, right palm comes to top of right foot. And then keeping the pelvis neutral towards the ground, reach left fingertips towards the sky. And start to tip forward, keeping knees directed towards the ground. And then as you reach, start to kick, engaging the glutes, reaching the fingertips, opening up the shoulder. Inhale, come back up as slowly as you came in. And then exhale, foot down to the mat, hands to the side. Shake it out. Bend knees, inhale, sweep arms up and overhead. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, fold, planting hands, stepping feet back, downward facing dog. Inhale, sweeps the left leg towards the sky. Exhale, moving into pigeon. Left foot comes towards right wrist, left knee towards left hand. And then shifting the leg back or hips forward, coming to fingertips, reaching the chest towards the sky. And then taking a gaze over your right shoulder, making sure your foot is in line. And then as you're ready, starting to make your way down, coming to forearms or all the way down to forehead. Wherever is comfortable for you. Relaxing the shoulders, the jaw. Feeling the stretch through the left glute. Breathe here. And then moving back towards your fingertips, sweeping right leg out and around so that right foot comes outside left knee. Inhale to reach left fingertips towards the sky. And exhale, twisting to the right as far as you can before hooking left elbow on outside of right knee. And broadening the chest towards the sky. And then inhaling to reach crown of the head towards the ceiling. Exhaling to twist. Inhale, reach left fingertips towards the sky. Exhale, counter twist to the left. And inhaling to come back to center, merely switching the legs or without using the hands, standing up and twisting in a circle. And then coming back down. Left foot outside right knee this time. Inhaling right fingertips towards the sky. And then exhaling, twisting as far as you can to the left before hooking right elbow on left knee. Breathe. And left fingertips scooch farther behind you. Reach the crown of the head towards the ceiling. Inhale to come back to center. Exhale, counter twist to the right. Inhale, come back to center. And this time, moving left leg out and around, coming into pigeon on the right side, glancing over left shoulder to make sure leg is all in line. Left heel moves towards left wrist. Right heel moves towards left wrist, right knee towards right wrist. And then reaching the chest forward, coming to fingertips for a slight back bend. And then exhaling down, coming into your sleeping pigeon. Breathe. Release the shoulders, the jaw. And then inhaling to come back towards fingertips. And sweeping left leg out and around. Shaking the legs out. And bending right knee, right sole of the foot comes to inner left quad. Left toes flex towards the face, and the chest rotates to face the left foot. And then inhaling the arms towards the sky, reaching the chest forward as you start to reach towards left toes. And maybe this is where you stay. Maybe you start to fold all the way over, reaching for bottom of left foot, relaxing the head towards the left leg. Start to walk the fingertips back up. Re-straighten right leg, shake out the leg. Bend left leg, connect left sole of the foot to inner right quad. Flex right toes. Inhale, reach arms towards the sky. Exhale, fold over. Stretching into the back of right leg. Inhale, start to walk the fingertips back towards you. Straighten left leg. And then move some of the flesh from your sit bones out towards the side. Stack shoulders over the hips. And reach fingertips towards the sky. And then leading with the chest again, folding forward. Coming into a forward fold. Inhaling to broaden the collarbones towards the toes. Inhale, walk the fingertips back up the legs, bend the knees. And scooching yourself a little forward, reach the fingertips out. Roll down one vertebrae at a time. And bringing heels back towards your butt. Fingertips graze the back of the heels. And shoulder blades scooch a little bit more under you. Inhaling for a breath here. Exhale, feel the lower back connect to the mat. And then as you inhale, squeeze the glutes, the quads, hips leave the ground. Engaging the glutes, knees track forward. Maybe fingertips interlace below you. Allowing you to move the shoulder blades farther underneath. Keep squeezing the glutes. See if you can lift your hips just a little higher. And then releasing the grasp, lowering yourself one vertebrae at a time back down to the mat. Staying for the inhale, exhaling the air all the way out. Inhale, bend knees, hug knees into the chest, rocking from side to side. Maybe taking small clockwise and counterclockwise circles of the hips, massaging out the kidneys, the low back. And then bending knees, bringing soles of the feet towards the ceiling, reaching for outer edges of the feet, coming into happy baby. And maybe squeezing the knees farther out to the sides of your rib cage, rocking side to side. Maybe playing with straightening one leg and then the other, maybe both. And then whenever you're ready, letting go of the feet, letting legs rest long on the mat, letting feet splay out to the sides. Moving shoulder blades underneath you and letting palms rest by your side. And closing the eyes. We'll be here for just a couple minutes before I bring you out. And start to bring a little awareness back into toes, fingertips, and taking a deep breath in and out. And then whenever you feel ready, rolling onto your favorite side, resting your head on a bicep and curling knees in towards your chest. And then using the top hand to help push you back up to an easy seated position, keeping the eyes closed. And then bringing hands to heart center here in light of this idea of loving oneself unconditionally. Even after all this time, the sun never says to the earth, "You owe me." Look what happens with a love like that. It lights up the whole sky. Bring hands to third eye to acknowledge the wisdom, the intuition. Bring hands to lips to remind ourselves to speak kind words to ourselves and to others. And finally, hands to heart center to acknowledge the love, the compassion that we all share together, even though we are far apart. Namaste. Thank you guys so much. Happy Saturday morning. If you have any questions, I'll stick around for a minute. If not, have a great rest of your day.